We need to do this every day of the week and just really brainwash people.
A community rates low on an information scale when the press, radio, and other channels of communication are controlled by only a few people, and when citizens have to accept what they're told. In communities of this kind, despotism stands a good chance. See how a community trains its teachers.
Bear this in mind. Young people cannot be trusted to form their own opinions. This business about open-mindedness is nonsense. It's a waste of time trying to teach students to think for themselves. It's our job to tell them.
At the turn of the century, an educator would appear who would have a lasting impact throughout the 20th century. His name would become synonymous with progressive education: John Dewey.
And when teachers put such training into practice, despotism stands a good chance. These children are being taught to accept uncritically whatever they're told.
You can't make socialists out of individualists. Children who know how to think for themselves spoil the harmony of the collective society which is coming, where everyone is interdependent.
Questions are not encouraged.
In 1896, he established the Experimental University of Chicago's Laboratory School, where the new trend in evolutionary psychology was to be tested on real children.
How can you ask such a question? Have you got a textbook?
Yes, ma'am.
Does it say here that our law courts are always just?
Yes, ma'am.
Then how dare you question the fact?
This was where Darwinian science cruelly met education. To these quacks, the child had no soul, no sin, no emotions, no moral character.
And so we aren't surprised when...
But it must be true. I saw it in this book right here.
So over 100 years ago, we can see that the school bus was already loaded with everything from socialists, humanists, Unitarians, utopians, evolutionists, and shrink.
And if books and newspapers and the radio are efficiently controlled, the people will read and accept exactly what the few in control want them to.
What I say goes, see? I'm the law around here.
I wonder how many more centuries we have to see this playing out in front of our eyes before we say something crazy going on here. Is there an idea more radical in the history of the human race than turning your children over to total strangers who you know nothing about and having those strangers work on your child's mind out of your sight for a period of 12 years? Could there be a more radical idea than that? Back in colonial days in America, if you proposed that as an idea, they'd burn you at the stake, you mad person. It's a mad idea. It's a mad idea. It's a mad idea.
We need to do this every day of the week and just really brainwash people.